Hey guys, back in another video, today on gathering. So what is gathering? Gathering is the process of using gathering tools to kill or gather from things in the world through interacting with them. So just to quickly explain, you kill a sheep, you have a butcher's knife equipped, you can then gather from that sheep and it will give you meat. That is the essence of gathering. You can use an axe to get logs, you can use a pickaxe to get ores and stones, you can use fluid collectors to get saps and bloods, and you can use tanning knives to get skins and hides. Now, why should you gather? Well, gathering is the best way in the game to get hards and sharps. So because everyone needs hards and sharps to advance their gear past plus 15, gathering is the most consistent way to do this. Occasionally, yes, we will get events that will drop hards and sharps, and you can also melt down certain accessories to get them, but gathering is the most consistent and cheapest way to do that, as the accessories cost much more than the sharps themselves, or the hards. Now, the other reason to gather is that lots of items that you can craft in this game require certain items that players do not willingly sell because they are difficult to get. If you want normal logs, you want rough stones, you want certain types of meats or hides, you will probably have to go gather them yourself. So gathering is the best way in the game to get those, as camping the marketplace for many items is just not a viable tactic to get the item in the amount that you need. So leveling gathering is pretty easy. You've got two ways. There's an AFK method and there's an active method. So the effect your gathering level has on gathering when you press P is you can use better gathering tools, and it gives you an increased chance of not using energy. So it reduces the chance of using an energy whenever you gather. Because normally when you gather, so I'll kill another sheep here. So look, I have 55 energy, kill it, and there you go. I still have 55 energy. But normally when you gather, it takes an energy away. There you go. So I lost 1 energy there. So increasing your gathering level increases the chance for you not to use your energy when you gather, which lets you gather for longer. So there's two main ways to level your gathering. If you want to do it AFK, go and grab a bunch of bottles, just empty bottles. You can grab them from all gathering tools. For the basic gathering tools will be bought from the material vendors in a town. So just open up your NPC thing, press material, and it'll path you to the nearest material vendor. And I believe there's one at the Tuscany farm as well, so that's pretty close. So buy a few hundred empty bottles, depending on how much energy you have. Probably buy about twice as much as you have energy. Just take your character to the nearby river. So the Heidel River, for example, is a super easy place to do this. And then just use your bottle in the river, your character will automatically start doing it. And you can have your character do that until your energy is used up. It is the only way to AFK level gathering in the game. And it's not great for getting gathering experience past about skilled, but it is great for getting you up to skilled, because you only need beginner 10 to start using decent gathering tools. So if you go to life tools here, and then you look at steel hoe, for example, it has a gathering time of -8 seconds. The base gathering tool that you can buy is -0 seconds, unless you buy the improved version, which is -10 seconds, but only has a durability of 30. The steel hoe has a durability of 130. So it's very good to get up to beginner 10, so you can start using these. And then, once you get to skilled 5, you can use shining steel and magic items. And magic items are the best in the game. So if you can stock up on magic items at any point, try to do so. You don't need to stock up on fluid collectors, but if you can stock up on timber axes or butcher's knives or pickaxes, I would advise you do so, because they are rather hard to come by and they are the best things in the game for collecting hards and sharps when you want to gather. So you can also gather using the improved tools or the normal tools if you're a masochist, because base gathering time is 20 seconds, which means you'll have to spend 20 seconds at each individual thing. But I would suggest just using river water, AFK a few times, and you'll be able to get the good tools in no time at all. Now, there are a few other ways to cut down your gathering time. If you press P, you can find your profession level, but you can also see your levels. And just like with fishing, gathering has its own level. Now, you can improve this level in a few different ways. You can use the silver clothes. You can have your guild have buffs. Most guilds have +2 to +3 for gathering buffs. And there are foods on the marketplace. So I just opened the marketplace again. There's two main types of food, the balanos meal and the grain soup. So the balanos meal, just scroll down to it, gives +2 to fishing and gathering, as well as +2 movement speed for 90 minutes, which is really good. And it's only about 20,000 silver, which is really cheap. But if you really don't want to spend 20,000 silver, You can also buy grain soup. It only lasts 30 minutes and only gives +1 to gathering speed. However, it is less than 500 silver, which makes it a really good deal. So either one, they'll both improve your gathering level, and increasing your gathering level will decrease the amount of time you spend gathering from each individual node or monster after you've killed them. So where to gather? Well, it depends on what you're gathering for. If you just want to gather for hards and sharps, I would recommend Sheep Mountain, just because it's so close to Heidel and Velia that you can just come over here in about 2 minutes, kill all the sheep, and use up your energy really quickly. If you need meat or blood, once again, come to Sheep Mountain. If you need rough stones, the best place in the game by far is Pilgrims Haven. And Pilgrims Haven can take a little bit of a trek. You need to go all the way up to the desert, so come to Sandgreen Bazaar, which is the entrance to the desert, and go due east and then a little north, and you'll get to Pilgrims Haven. And Pilgrims Haven is amazing for rough stone. It's way better than any other spot in the game, by far. If you need rough stone, making a trip out to Pilgrims Haven, if you have more than about 100 energy, is absolutely worth it. And it can also be worth it to place an ult there, and just use them a few times whenever they max on energy, and then come back so you don't have to go for rough stones for a while, unless you're making tons of cooking utensils, in which case you might need to make several trips out there. If you need logs, my personal favorite spot is just south of Heidel, east of Glish, and it's from about the eastern gateway all the way up to Glish. There's a huge forest full of cedar and pine, and you can get tons of cedar and pine timber as well as base logs. And if you're going for a nefarious ship, pine and base logs are the two you'll need, so this is probably the best place in the game if you want to get your nefarious ship. If you're going for skins, that can really depend, same as if you're going for different types of logs or ores. There are different maps on the internet. For the hardest skins to find, in my opinion, are usually lizard skins. So if you're trying to get those, I believe the Northwestern Gateway has a lot of skins around it because it has triangle head lizards in large quantities. So just bring yourself a tanning knife, come over to the Northwestern Gateway just north of Glish, and you can kill a lot of lizards. And that's the best place for lizard or dinosaur skins. Anyways, guys, that's how to gather and why you should gather. Hope you liked the video, and subscribe if you like it. Thanks for watching.